We will call the Tuesday, October 31st, FARGODOME Authority meeting to order. You have the agenda in front of you. Are there any additions or changes to the agenda?
One thing on the agenda that, if you recall, I mentioned at the Building Finance Committee last week that we were awaiting more information on possible more Wi-Fi concourse access points. It came sooner than I expected, so we have that proposal. If the authority wanted to approve it, discuss it and hopefully approve it today, we could put that on as an additional item.
Okay, we can do that. Wi-Fi. All right. Are there any other additions? All right. Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
Approved by Dave. As amended, seconded.
All right. First by Dave, second by Rick. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right. Hopefully you have the minutes in front of you. Please take a look at them, and if there are any changes, if not, I would entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Moved by Nancy.
Seconded.
By Troy.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right. Motion carries. Is there any old business to bring in front of the authority? Hearing none, new business, and we'll go to the general manager's report now.
All right, thanks. We'll start on page 4. As always, the left-hand side of the page is the month, and the right-hand side of the page year to date. This is for September, so it was the first 3 quarters of 2023. For the month of September, we had 6 events with an attendance of 57,500 compared to a budgeted attendance of 7 events of 58,200. We had ancillary income of 306,000, a little bit about 39,000 above the budgeted 267,000. So we had total event income of just over $337,000, which is a $47,000 favorable comparison to the $289,000 budget. Indirect expenses were about $473,500 compared to a budget of $430,000, so about $44,000 above budget. But we still ended up with a net surplus for the month of September of $26,000, which is $15,000 above the budgeted $10,700 surplus. Main events that factored into that, the amateur sporting events, that was we had Carrington Youth Football plus Dynasty Elite Youth Football. We typically budget 3 youth football dates, and we had 2 more in October, so Dynasty came in as an unbudgeted one, so we were about $11,000 above budget there. And then NDSU football with their 3 home games in September, about $38,000 above budget, mainly due to the per caps when this budget was set back in May of 22 versus now selling alcohol. On the expense side, operations was about $8,300 above budget, primarily with steam heating and cooling, as well as equipment and janitorial supplies. A lot of activity with 3 football games, but we did was offset by lower electricity rates as well. And then concessions was $25,000 above budget with the results of food and beverage. Questions on the month of September? All right, so year to date then, we've had 62 events with attendance of 321,400 compared to about 307,800 in budgeted attendance. Total event income of just over $2.8 million compared to a budget of $2.4 million. We've had expenses of just over $4,035,000 compared to a budget of $3,800,000. That leaves us with a net surplus through the first 9 months of $285,000 compared to a budgeted deficit of $48,000. So about $330,000 ahead of budget, so pacing well, but we still have October, November, December. Obviously, as we've talked, the North Dakota Ag Expo will not be here, so that will have an impact on budget, but everything else is looking pretty true to form. We'll see how attendance and per cap shakes out for October, November, final regular season football games. Go from there. Questions on the financials from anybody with the authority?
Move to approve. Financial report. Second.
All right. We got a first and a second.
Blake,
Yes.
Troy,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Nancy.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Moving on then to the event calendar, starting on page 18, since we last met, which was Tuesday, October 3rd. As we talked here, we're getting ready for the Nickelback show. Good show, 11,500 or so people. Haven't totally seen the financial results yet with a busy month, but things went well. No major issues that I've been made aware of to report, or if they reported to me, I don't remember. But that comes with birthdays. Turf stayed out, and we had the Big One Arts and Craft Fair. They moved in on Wednesday and Thursday, the 11th and 12th, and then had the event on Friday and Saturday, the 13th and 14th. Good attendance, down slightly from last year, but still a great show. It seemed very busy in there at times. Operations made a quick overnight turnover on Saturday the 14th into the 15th, and we had FM Athletics in here on Sunday the 15th at 7:30 in the morning, starting with about 14 football games throughout the day. A little bit of recovery time early part of that week, and then NDSU hosted Western Illinois on Saturday the 21st for a 2:30 kickoff game. Then on Sunday the 22nd, FM Athletics was back in for another 14 football games throughout the day there. And then wrapping up here this past weekend with NDSU hosting Murray State for the first time, new Missouri Valley Football Conference member. Any questions, comments from the authority for past events? All right, looking forward then, moving forward to our next meeting, which is on Tuesday, November 28th. It is November, so that's typically a very busy time for football here at the FARGODOME. So this Thursday and Friday, the 2nd and 3rd, we've got Minnesota High School football section finals, 4 games on Thursday, 5 games on Friday the 3rd. Actually, when that last game concludes Friday night, probably around 11:30 at night, operations will pull the football turf. I'll be back in during the day on Saturday to convert the building over, and we will then have Shania Twain here on Sunday, November 5th. The football turf will get back out on the floor early part of the next week, the 6th. And we will have Dakota Bowl, which are the 4 North Dakota High School football state championship games, 4 games on Friday the 10th. And NDSU will then host Southern Illinois in the regular season finale at 2:30 on Saturday the 11th. And then the NDSU Gold Star Band will have their Sounds of the Gridiron concert in the arena on the football turf on Sunday the 12th. The football turf will then get pulled, and we'll set the building up for the North Dakota High School combined state volleyball tournament, both Class A and Class B. That tournament will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the 16th, 17th, and 18th of November. Another quick turnaround with that, as Fill the Dome is back for its second year in person on the 20th and 21st, that Monday, Tuesday, right before Thanksgiving. And by that time, we will know what if NDSU's playoff schedule will be like. So kind of have contingency plans in there if the turf has to come back out, or if they'll wait and carry us through earlier, we'll see. And then our next meeting on Tuesday the 28th. Any questions, comments, upcoming events?
One question to be on, outside of the box, but the finance committee of the meeting on the 22nd, look at those, I think yours.
Finance building is on Tuesday the 21st.
Thank you.
If you attend your regularly scheduled meetings at the regular scheduled time,
Why it's for itself. It's
Yeah, I'm sorry. It'll be Tuesday the 21st.
the last concert.
Ever or for 2023? 2023.
There's a guess.
Yeah, we thought we were gonna be able to get a Christmas show routed in, but it didn't work. So that'll tonight will be the last one, but which is still an extremely strong concert here with Parker McCullum, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Def Leppard, Motley, Pink, Nickelback.
So the last 12 months should be good, right?
Last 3 months.
Or October, November, December.
Yeah, I mean, December's going to be pretty different than the last 10 years, but that's fine. It'll be full for the budget. And then November, with the way November falls, I would have the Egg Show in it, but they're not doing their show. So where they moved locations, downsized, so that wasn't the budget. But other than the Egg Show, we'll have every budgeted event for the last 3 years. And a few non-budgeted, but they are somewhat immaterial dollar lines. You go.
I was just looking at, so the budget, the year-to-date budget now is through September is down 50. That's 18. But us or for the year. What's it?
We're tracking. The challenge with December is it's the city, so we get all of our interesting accruals for vacation and sick and all that stuff that you don't know until they are until this year, December 24th, when the year ends. But so I think December will be lower than budgeted because of that, but overall,
Sure, because the accruals, that's to get applied.
yeah. And we never know what those accruals, that's the big piece, like don't believe where they haven't built it. We have some of it built into the budget and nothing huge on this.
Good.
Thanks. Yep. Any other questions? Good questions. Hearing none, that would conclude my report then.
All right, thank you, Rob. So we'll go to committee reports, and was Rick going to do it, or was Dave going to do it?
I took Dave off the hook. So,
Okay.
all you. The Building and Finance Committees met on October 25th. Fairly short meeting. We were to review the vendor financial reports. The only other items really to talk about from that meeting was on the project and capital budget updates. Now, the first item was a football turf. Still planning for the winch motor conversion for the turf at sometime hopefully in December of this year. And the next item, Rob is going to address as a separate item agenda as a budget, so it's really talking about the Wi-Fi for FARGODOME. And with that, I'll conclude my report and turn it over to Rob, and maybe we can take care of that piece, or if you want to go to the escrow balance. We looked at the escrow balance as well, really no action on that, just reviewed it at the time, so that's all I
I
have.
think since we added an additional item, you should take the report, go with the motions on that, and take the capital because it's separate.
Is that a
Sounds good.
motion for approval, Rick? Second. No, I'm asking, did you make a motion? I didn't hear.
Motion made.
Okay. Blake,
Yes.
Troy,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
The minute taking is a little bit more efficient. That's for building finance committee. Think so? Well, sure. So I had to fill it.
Kick him later, it's okay.
All right, well, let's go to, we'll go to item 3C first, discussion of the FARGODOME remodel and conference center.
And this is more of an opportunity for you as board members if you have questions or comments. I don't have much to report from a building management standpoint, other than, that's about it. So plan for it and we'll do the December 5th.
Make one item,
Okay.
you mentioned that the meeting was, absentee ballots are available for those who want to grab those now, but we all, it's being recorded, but invite people who want us. Get out and get your absentee ballots, we can get, especially on a W.
Be very positive. That's one I am like, look.
But no, I would say that, yes, you, as Nancy pointed out at the meeting last week, Cass County will give you the application for the absentee ballot if you go to Cass County, the courthouse to get it, but they will be very direct in telling you the application needs to be returned back to the city hall, to the auditor's office to actually get your absentee ballot, since that is who was handling this. So, but also, I believe you can print the application off of the City of Fargo website on their page, and then bring that in to the auditor's office to get your absentee ballot as well.
All right, sounds good. Additional items, number 4, Wi-Fi. Go ahead, Rob.
All right, thank you. So as we talked a little bit about with now that our ticketing provider, which is Ticketmaster, plus the ticketing provider that NDSU uses, which is Papiolan, and most of the ticketing providers are all pretty much mobile. They're trying to print as little as possible. What we're seeing is both with full cell service and as much Wi-Fi as we have in the outer areas of the building as people are approaching, we're still seeing a lot of delay, if you will, as people may forget to load their tickets onto their phone and save them into their wallet or whatever it is prior to getting to the venue. So they're trying to do that while they're standing in line. But obviously, the more people you have, the more bogged down the system gets. So just to speed up everything, both from a matter of convenience for our staff doing the scanning and helping with that and the frustration level there, as well as convenience for the patrons, for those who may not be planning ahead like we preach. We've been looking at adding some more Wi-Fi access points to the concourse areas to hit basically all the exterior doors for ticketing. And so our operations department, tech manager Matt Costello has been working with the City of Fargo IS department. They have an agreement in place with High Points, and so the access points that we would be adding, plus the hardware licenses and the cloud licenses, along with the Cat 6 cabling for all this, are right around about $25,500. And so since this is already an agreement that is in place with City of Fargo IS, and due to the dollar amount being below $50,000, we don't have to go the formal route and they could just approve this. So what I would ask is if there would be a motion to move forward with this, to set the budget at $27,500, just in case we have a couple of incidentals for this project, and actually to fund it out of the FARGODOME Permanent Fund. Since it's an added thing, and we're almost done with 23, and we've already approved the 2024 budget. Since the meeting came up today, this is one step. This will still go through City Commission as well. But so the requested motion would be that you approve this project for $27,500 and be funded out of the FARGODOME Permanent Fund.
I'll make that motion.
I got a first by Nancy.
Second by Troy.
Any questions? All right, hearing none.
Pardon me?
Is there something expense or they capitalize?
This would be a capitalized.
I'm saying so.
All right, roll call then.
Blake?
Yes.
Troy?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
All right, that was the last additional item. Is there any other items to bring in front of the authority? Hearing none, I guess the meeting is adjourned.